Hello, I'm Gary. Welcome to my channel and welcome back if you've been here before. This is Monday Matters. On this week's show, I'll be having the usual roundup of news and rumour from around the model making world. I'll be reporting on what I've been up to on my bench this week, and of course, I'll be announcing this week's Kit of the Week. As usual, you know how it goes. If you like it, thumbs up down there and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That little button down there in the bottom right corner helps you do that. And as usual, in the information box below, you can find links to all of my partner programs should you be of a mind to make a more concrete contribution to the future of the channel. Anyway, enough of all of that. Let's get on with the news of the week. Well, the surprise release of the week really must be the long-awaited Fairchild T46A from Server M in 1/72nd scale, an aircraft of which only 3 prototypes were completed before the project was cancelled for budget reasons. I mean, there's not a lot else to talk about, is there? Of course there is, I'm kidding. The big news of the week was the announcement of a new tool, F35A Lightning II, in 1/48th scale from Tamiya. This was the star of the recent Japanese model show and is clearly the start of a range of F35 kits from the modelling giant. This will sell like hotcakes. Also announced at the show was the new tooled F14A Tomcat, again in 1/48th scale, from Great Wall Hobby. This will be a monster of a kit and should be available in the new year. But if really big things are your thing, then have a look at the new B-2 Spirit Bomber from Titan in 1/48th scale. Yes, 1/48th. This is a beast, but be warned, it's largely a vac form kit and needs quite a lot of additional scratch building for the structure. Nonetheless, a real challenge for the experienced builder, as indeed are the other kits in the Titan range, including the C5 Galaxy, Boeing 757 Series 300 and the Boeing 747 Series 8 airliners in passenger or cargo versions, all of the above, in 1/72nd scale. ICM has shown the Paravane version of its 1/48th scale Junkers Ju-88 kit, featuring a large balloon cable cutter. The CAD renders look impressive and I'm sure it will sell very well. Also announced is the Mitsubishi Ki-21 Sally bomber in 1/48th as well, a must for anyone who likes to master transparency, as this is a flying greenhouse. Of course, ICM's Beaufort is just reaching the shops now, and what a beauty that kit is. Expect to see a build on this channel before too long. And if you've got the lovely 1/72nd Airfix Beaufort, but you're waiting for the Australian DAP Mark 8 version to be made, then you could go with this conversion kit from High Plains, featuring the Pratt & Whitney engines, Curtiss electric propellers, and a revised mid-upper gun, among other items. Also soon to hit the shelves is the much-awaited Hobby 2000 kit of the British Aerospace Harrier GR9 in 1/48th. This is derived from the Hasegawa kit of the AV-8B from 2004, but with a wealth of new parts it's gathered along the way. This fills a very serious gap in the market. And of course, at any moment soon, the new tool Gloucester Meteor F8 in 1/72nd will also arrive, this time from Airfix. Valom has hit the market with several new kits recently, and these are the latest: the Percival Sea Prince and the Percival Prince transport aircraft, both in 1/72nd scale. Valom has done a very good job recently of addressing relatively minor British transport types, ones that no one else seems to make. For the What If fan, there is this new kit of the Junkers EF-109 high-speed bomber in 1/72nd scale from Unicraft. Looks like I missed a plane out in my Twins documentary a while back. Back on land now, and Das Werk has this impressive kit of the Schwere kleiner Panzerkampfwagen vehicle in 1/35th scale. Now, although the name could be translated to heavy little tank, I don't think I'd call it that to its face. In the smaller 1/72nd scale, Zeus has a range of 3D printed kits based on versions of what it calls the GTX Boxer chassis. This is actually the German GTK vehicle that is based on a modular chassis system, allowing interchangeable mission modules. A bit like Thunderbird 2 if you remember the series. And finally for today, if you have neither the space nor the mortgage level price of the Border Models 1/32nd scale Lancaster, then you can now build the nose section on its own. Highly detailed and well researched it may be, but I'm not entirely sure why it's being flown by a US Army Air Force crew. This week on my bench I have had the Supermarine Seafire F-17 in 1/48 scale from Airfix. It went together without too many dramas. I think the result is actually quite nice and good enough to give to my dad when I next see him, because it's the first type of aircraft he encountered when he went to sea in 1947 in the Fleet Air Arm. So he probably knows this exact aircraft, in fact, because the markings are for his squadron on his ship. I think it's a lovely kit. It's a pity that Airfix haven't got round to either re-releasing it or, even better, retooling it. Let's hope they do one or the other very soon, because the video seems extremely popular, which suggests the kit would be too. And talking about making kits, we get on to announcing this week's kit of the week. Now I am taking things a little bit easy this week. I'm stepping back a bit from crazy builds and complex builds and things that are too stressful, and I'm going to go down to, well, I shouldn't say down to, I'm going to go to a different level of model making, one with which many more people are familiar, and that's right near the start. And I'm doing it with this, the Revell 1/72nd scale Corsair fighter. I like a Corsair. I love the gull wing. I like the set of the cockpit, quite back and quite high. I like the chunkiness of the wings. And it's a great aeroplane. And do you know what? This isn't a bad kit. I got it when it was on offer at Hobbycraft. They had a 50% off deal one year, shifting stock, and I got it then as a starter set, and it's a gift set with the paints and everything. Of course, ditched the brush, kept the glue, kept the paints. Not that I've used the paints very much, but anyway, it makes a lovely aeroplane. Actually, I've already built it. I'm working on the videos now, so tomorrow you'll have the box opening and the history of the kits. And the day after that will be the build video. Those will be up on the channel very soon. Remember, if you've subscribed and you've set the little bell to go off, you will get a notification whenever I put up a new video. That's all it for this week, really. Thank you so much for watching. Come back for the Corsair. Come back for next week's Monday Matters as well. Keep an eye out for the channel on all sorts of other videos that are going to crop up. I've got a few other programs, a few other projects in the pipeline, so these will hopefully come to fruition before too long. And do just keep enjoying and saying thank you. Remember, thumbs up to say thank you, and subscribe to the channel using the button down there in the right hand corner if you haven't done so already. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.